On the 11th of June, Magic the Gathering's Timeless format changed forever. New powerhouse cards were added to the format, which will inevitably warp the meta. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 10 best new decks to conquer the meta.
Victory!
Affinity decks receive a phenomenal boost with Modern Horizons 3. The standout card here is Kappa Cannoneer. Originally a legacy favourite, it costs just 1 or 2 mana thanks to our cheap artifacts, grows increasingly stronger, and dodges many forms of removal thanks to its near hexproof and unblockable traits. The deck runs powerful 7 mana affinity cards, allowing the deck to speed up with Ugin's Labyrinth, and builds a vast artifact army with Simulacrum's Synthesizer. Red-Black Scam is bursting with hype as it enters the format. Using cards like Grief and currently Modern Band Fury, this deck scams powerful elementals into play cheaply for Evoke, and then they stay around with reanimation style tactics. Beyond its tricks, it's a solid mid-range option packed with multi-format staples that excel in any deck. I'd be shocked if this isn't one of the top performing decks straight away. White-Black Scam is similar to Red-Black Scam, but with its own unique twists, leveraging Solitude alongside Grief and adding Ephemerate for flicker effects, acting as a scam tool similar to Reanimate. This variant also features Recruiter of the Guard, which may give it an edge, enabling the deck to run a toolbox of silver bullets to tutor up for within the main deck. The real question is whether this possibly suggests a future Mardu build that works best, utilising all 3 elementals. I've been testing 4-colour Omnath and Up the Beanstalk for quite a while now, but it's only really had access to Leyline Binding as a high synergy option. But with the introduction of the new elementals, I believe it's finally time this deck shines. And don't forget, Up the Beanstalk is so powerful in combination with these elementals that it's actually banned in Modern, giving this deck the potential to be an absolute powerhouse. Of course, complemented by top-tier Planeswalkers and the newly available enemy fetch lands. Zoo has always been a top contender for Timeless and gets even better with the new creatures from Modern Horizons 3 such as Ajani, who synergizes with all of the other cats already included in Zoo. And then another powerful creature is Amped Raptor, which so long as we make every spell in the deck 2 mana or less, is guaranteed to hit something powerful. Lurrus requires very similar deck restraints, which leads me to believe that a new Lurrus build of Zoo will be optimal going forwards. So perhaps I'll change the deck name from Zoo to Petting Zoo, since everything's a little bit smaller. Sultai mid-range adapt with an exciting addition of Sorin. Sorin was a card I initially underestimated due to its life gain theme. However, this deck leverages the natural life gain from already powerful cards such as Uro and Oko to dominate the fair matchups. If you flip Sorin with an Oko out, that's a 3/3 elk every single turn, which is a very good clock. Against the less fair matchups, we include a reanimation package to apply some early pressure. Flage is a card that inspires a brand new red-white mid-range strategy. Not as overpowering as Uro, but much more aggressive than Croxer. So sure, early game, it's a 3 mana Lightning Helix, which isn't great, but late game, Flage is certain to race most decks. This list also experiments with a new energy package, promising lots of potential. However, the deck might just be better without the energy package. Only time will tell. Wizards Blue Moon grows stronger with the additions of Harbinger of the Seas, solving past mana issues where you'd rather your lands are turned into islands than mountains to help keep up counter magic. In addition to this, the deck also benefits from the fact that Harbinger is a wizard, and of course, so is Tamiyo. Both of them being wizards help to enable Flame of Anur. And beyond that, Tamiyo is just a great one-drop that's brilliant at blocking, gains you card advantage, and has the inevitability of flipping into a Planeswalker if needed, which is particularly easy to do in the Timeless format. Merfolk takes a surprising turn with Modern Horizons 3. Already strong with its tribal synergies, it gains a proactive free counterspell, Flare of Denial, fitting perfectly into the deck strategy of building a massive blue army of creatures, making this potentially the best deck to home the format's first free counterspell. Of course, it also gains Harbinger of the Seas, which turns your opponent's lands into islands, slowing down some of the greedier decks, but importantly also helps to exploit Island Walk. Titanfall dominated Timeless when the format first released. However, in recent times, it's fallen down a tier or two thanks to it being just too slow. The strategy is to deploy Primeval Titan as fast as possible to assemble an array of different lands and trigger Field of the Dead. The new Flare of Cultivation speeds the deck up a heck of a lot, which is very, very important, even enabling the deck to play Primeval Titan as early as turn 2. Picture a turn 1 Temple Garden into Arboreal Grazer, dropping Sunken Citadel, then sacking the Grazer to Flare of Cultivation, dropping a Forest and adding a Plains to your hand. Then on turn 2, playing Castle Garenbrig, playing a Primeval Titan, still with the Plains in your hand, so that even if they remove the Primeval Titan, you can drop the 7th land, starting your army of zombies. It's insane. The real question is this enough to bring the deck back up to tier 1? Modern Horizons 3 will change Timeless forever, introducing many new exciting decks. So please spend your wildcards wisely and perhaps wait to see how the meta evolves. Thanks for watching, and just to let you know, YouTube actually thinks this video suits you as a viewer. So don't take my word for it, take YouTube's word for it and go give it a watch.